Welcome to Activation Nation. I am thrilled to be here with you. My name is Mindy Trimble, and we are here where we talk all things business, mindset, momentum, and really what it takes to build a life you love here at LifeVantage. I am joined today by Wendy Freedman and Skylar Fobbs.
Hello, hello.
Thank you for
everyone.
being here.
Excited to be here.
And we're going to talk all things Activate 90 today. We had a huge event earlier this month, our global kickoff, where we really kicked off this new program and a lot of excitement behind it. We have been talking about this for a long time here at the corporate office, and we're absolutely thrilled to be able to throw it out to all of you and are excited to talk about it a little more in depth today. Like I said, we announced it on our global kickoff broadcast at the beginning of January, but we're going to just kind of dive in a little bit deeper today and hit some more things that we weren't able or didn't have time to on the broadcast. So I'm going to start with you, Wendy, and because you really had a huge piece in the creation of this and the behind the scenes thoughts behind it. So will you just kind of tell us, for those that maybe are hearing about this for the first time, I hope that that's not the case. I hope all of you have heard about it.
Yeah.
But if you're hearing about this for the first time or you don't know a lot about it, Wendy, can you kind of walk us through a little bit like what this program is all about and why we created it?
Sure. First of all, hi again. Super excited to be here. And I would just say this is the time of year when I think people kind of reflect. They look at like what their goals are for the year. Most people set out a resolution, and I have to say, personally, I don't know what side you fall on. I hate resolutions. They stink. People break them. There's literally like a national I broke my resolution day, which is usually like January 19th. So we wanted to do it differently, knowing that people have all sorts of goals. So whether it's financial, health-wise, mental, physical. So the idea of this is really to like turn those resolutions on its head. We called it the No Resolution Campaign and Revolution because, again, as I mentioned, resolutions stink. And I feel like a lot of the times why they fail is people don't have accountability. They don't set specific goals for themselves. It might just be, I want to earn more money this year, but it's not a specific goal, right? Of like, I want to earn $500 more this month, or I want to be able to pay for my kids' school programs, or, whatever your goal in mind is. So we really created this program to make sure the reasons why people fail, if they don't have a community, they don't have accountability, they're not setting a specific goal. Those were all the reasons why we created this program. So the idea is it's sort of this 90-day challenge where you decide what you want, whether it's to lose weight, make more money, start your business, finally get on board with whatever your goal is. We wanted to make it easy for people and so that they can track it and make it really easy.
Oh, I love that. And I've said this before on here. I absolutely love the No Resolution Revolution. I am 100% on board with that, and I love it, and I hope that we stick with it forever. Skylar, tell us, so that's kind of the idea behind the creation of it. How do you feel from a business building perspective? Because that's really where you live, is in that space. How can people use this program to really create momentum in their business?
Yeah, no, and I love that question. And one of the things that Wendy was talking about is making it easy. And one of the things that I just want to call out with that is absolutely as easy as possible. Get the friction points out of the way. That's the way it needs to be. But we do know that this business could get complicated very, very soon. So along with the ease, I think making it simple. I think a lot of people overcomplicate things. They want to go for a rank, or they want to go and maximize an event, or they have all these aspirations within their business, but they overcomplicated it by getting it in their own head and getting in their own way from that sense of things. So perfect timing with us launching this. But as people are setting out to achieve the health and wealth goals that they're wanting, that LifeVantage offers both of those options. And I think in addition to that, a lot of people do network marketing and they join LifeVantage for personal growth. They want to see that we have additional credibility behind our products and that our Evolve compensation plan truly does work. That they have a community and that they have a community of leaders that they could lock arms with and do life with. But I think that this program offers all of that plus so much with exclusive perks and so many different things for people to take advantage of. But what we're partnering this with is, as you're getting those lifestyle, I guess, coachings and education around that on how they could have better experiences with our products, you're also getting business tips every single week. Plus, we're also going to be having a few different business focus trainings where they could go ahead and take their business to this next level. Yeah. So we're the and company for a reason. Yeah. That you could do both here. If you want to sell the products and you need that education and you want to have that bulletproof belief in the products, we have something for you. If you want to go ahead and get more insight on how you could go ahead and find other individuals that want to do the same, other consultants that want to go ahead and build a team just like you do, we have something for you. So it's just making sure that we answer all questions that people might have and we answer all needs that the world desperately needs at this time.
So, I mean, what I'm hearing is we're not just a one-track business or company. Yeah. We have a lot of different options for a lot of different people. And I think that as I have been able to dive into this app a little bit, it really encompasses that, where I can track my product intake. I can look at my health goals. I can utilize and learn more about my business questions or things like that. So thank you. I love that. Wendy, let's kind of dive into the app. I touched on it just a tiny bit just now, but let's talk about what can people expect as they're logging in. So hopefully most of you are familiar with what the app looked like previously. But what are the new features that we've added? Because there's some really great ones within this program.
No, great question. So daily activation, that is within the LifeVantage app. That's what you're going to look for. What I love about this is, first off, for some people, it is actually new. So for the first time ever, we are allowing customers as well to use the app and log in. So everyone can go where you would normally find an app, download the LifeVantage app, and then you will find daily activation. On a personal note, my goal this year is to simplify things. And that's what I love about this app, is it helps simplify things. So it reminds you to take your product. There's a box that you check to say, yep, I took it today. If you set a goal of I want to walk or exercise more each week or hydrate, that's a one for me. I always forget to hydrate personally, but every day you kind of check of did I actually achieve the goal that I was setting? And I feel like everyone needs reminders. And I think it's one of the things that Skylar was just talking about is how do I simplify my life? It's here's the goals and here's the activations that I set for myself. And I just log in every day to the app and I say, yep, I achieved my goal for today. And you're setting the goals. So it's not something that we're pushing on you. You say what products you want to track amongst our activators. You say what goals you want to do. And that's what I love it. It's really simple. And again, for the first time ever, customers can actually join along.
That's amazing. And don't you feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's always the simple, basic things that I forget or I'm really bad at doing. Yeah. Staying hydrated, taking my daily vitamin, all those things. The simplest things are the things that I tend to, forget about or put on the back burner. And this is something that can really keep you accountable and help you keep on top of those extremely important but easy to forget or set aside things.
No, and that's what I love. Like I said, it's also a sense of community. You get points for every time you do this, which is really fun. You get a monthly prize at the end. There's a leaderboard for those that are competitive and like to track. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But like I said, I think we tried to make it as easy and simple as possible. And it was so fun because it's if I'm going to do something every day, I want it to be fun and I want it to feel rewarding. And I think when you log into the daily activation daily and you can look at what you achieved, it feels good.
Yeah. I mean, you had me at prizes, so I will keep on top of it.
There are some really cool prizes.
Nice.
I would say there's 2 tracks for this. If you qualified and had the 200 SV, you have a live training call, but we are also giving monthly prizes for those that log into the app. And I will say, I think they're pretty cool prizes personally. Oura rings, Apple Watch, Nike gift card. And what's great too is you get to choose. There's nothing worse than like, you want a prize and you're like, I don't really want that prize. Like there's a list of 6 or 7 that you get to choose from.
Nice.
And like I said, I would personally be happy with any of them. I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like it's stuff that everyone would use or want.
So just so I'm clear, the monthly prizes, those are open to anyone. Anyone that uses the app, gets in there, logs their progress. So I make my goals in there. Maybe it's I need to drink, stay hydrated and drink a certain amount of water, and I want to go on a walk 4 times a week. Let's say those are the goals I set.
Great goals.
They're
great
actually goals that I have. And I get in, I log my progress, and I'm put in even if I did not qualify with that 200 SV in December. I'm still able to participate in that.
Yes,
okay,
the app
this is great.
For everyone. And I'm going to repeat that, for everyone, for the first time only. It's not just consultant, it's consumers as well. And every time you track, like I took my NRF2 today, you get a certain amount of points for it. If I took my P84 today, you get a certain amount of points for it. If I watched a video, if I read a blog, we've made it so that I know people say like gamified it, right? Because again, it makes it kind of fun. It makes it engaging.
Yeah.
And then you could see that there's a leaderboard. You'll fill out your name and you can kind of see where you are on the points list. The only qualification is you have to have a minimum of 24 points, which isn't very hard. Like I said, if you're taking your products every day and you're following your goals, even if you miss a day or two, because we all know that happens, you just have to have this minimum of 24 points within the month. And then at the very end, we are going to randomly choose among the top leaderboard. We will choose somebody who gets to choose, like I said, one of those 6 or 7 really cool prizes.
Nice. And then for those that did work towards and hit that 200 SV in December that are going to be able to congratulate, absolutely. They will be able to participate in the weekly live calls, and there's going to be prizes on there also.
Correct.
You can tell the theme here that I'm really motivated by prizes.
I'm the same way. I feel like nothing motivates me more than a prize. So yes, those will be weekly prizes. And again, you have to participate in the call. So you should have already been sent an email. Hopefully you're already like participating in them, but they take place every Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And what's really cool about those is we have third party, like I'm going to say professional, like nutritionists, trainers, and it's a great place to ask questions. And I feel like for the consultants that qualified for this, I know that you guys get a lot of questions of like, hey, I have someone that's experiencing this or something that might be happening here. This is like a great place to ask people that deal with this every single day and kind of get a feel. And that's what I love about this is like we've hired outside people to sort of help train you through our activation accelerators and ask them questions. Like that is what they are there for. We want this to be really engaging. They will kind of take you through, I'll call it a very basic, I don't want to say lesson plan, but like, hey, here's the activation accelerator and why it's important to life, of like why you should exercise, why you should get a certain amount of nutrients. Yeah. And then I feel like you can ask them questions. And that's what I love about it. It's more interactive. Again, it establishes that sense of community. And it's just really engaging to kind of help you take place in your goals.
Well, and so we're going to have this, great coaches, health coaches. We're also going to be incorporating a lot of business trainings in with this because as we know, this business is all about health and finances and business. And so Skylar, kind of walk us through a little bit about what they can expect on these trainings to help give that boost that we're all hoping for within our businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. And so where you're going to be getting the training on the nutrition side and the health side, I think that's absolutely fantastic. You should apply all of that to what you're doing every day. But once you get that, you don't want to just keep that to yourself. You want to share it with others, right? And so really finding those individuals that are like-minded or may want to set the same goals from that side of things and being able to leverage it with your business is going to be crucial. So that's why every single call that we have, we'll have a call to action. We'll make sure people know the benefits and how those things could be applied to their lifestyle in a positive way. But in addition to that, we'll have top leader executives that we have here that are super successful, having the time of their life because they are just growing so fast. And those are going to be the individuals that you're going to hear from every week on how they plan to implement it with their teams and how they plan to implement it with others that they want to share this new exciting information with. So that's going to be really exciting.
As we know, those leaders that you're referring to, they have really learned how to talk about both separately and in conjunction with each other.
Yep.
And so how beneficial to be able to get training on both sides and learn yourselves how to be able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's similar to what I don't know if Kristen Cunningham coined the phrase, but I heard it from her first. So we'll give her the credit.
Giving her the credit.
But how customers add to your organization, but consultants multiply. So you do need to have that clear understanding of what you're looking for. And if you're wanting a certain goal with your business, you also need to know how to position yourself and how to approach that in an effective way. So I loved what Wendy was talking about tracking. I believe, Wendy, you were the one that mentioned that it's almost 70% of the individuals that track goals have success, right? You mentioned that on
it's like an astounding number where you're like, multiplied multiple times more effective if you actually track and take accountability for your goals.
Exactly. And so by doing that with your health, you want to apply those same practices to your business. So we want to provide you the tools so that you know how to apply that to your business. And then we're not going to stop there. As I mentioned, we're going to have a few throughout the next couple months that we're also going to be just positioning those specifically being business trainings. And why that's so crucial to your business is one of the things that are absolutely priceless about being in this company is that you have every consultant in the entire world that wants you to win. We are truly that's the culture to our core. For the 12 years that I've been with LifeVantage, it's rang true and true. Every single person wants you to win. And so with these individuals that are coming on, they're going to be coming on with extensive business trainings that are going to be about the full hour long, where they're going to be going more into depth of different areas that you're needing that additional training or that you could leverage, again, not only for yourself, but for your teams. And that's why I love this, that the people that did the 200 SV in December, they're absolutely going to get the best experience because they're going to be on live. They're going to get the information first. They're going to get the opportunity for the Q&As to ask questions and get their questions answered. But in addition to that, we're also going to be sharing some of the recordings within the app as well, which is going to be a great feature for your teams to get as well. So it's not going to be all on you to be the message. You could just be the messenger and make sure that your teams are aware, but making sure that you guys are aligned and that you're getting the same support in that way will be crucial to the success for your business for 2026 and moving forward for whatever you'd like to achieve with LifeVantage.
Oh, that's amazing. So we've I feel like really talked about what kind of features that people can take advantage of on the app, what kind of things they can use as they are working towards their own personal health goals and journey, and also their business goals and journey, and really bringing their teams in. Encourage, if you are a leader and listening to this, encourage your teams, right, to do the same. And also those that are on the live calls, there will be so much information and so much to take away from. I mean, I would say come to every single week with your notepads and pens in hand, ready to take tons of notes and ready to walk away with a lot of information. But also be ready to take that to your teams and guide them towards the app where they'll be able to, sounds like, watch some clips and highlights from the trainings on there.
Yeah, that's what I love. It's like it's inclusive. So if you didn't make the 200 SV, like I said, you'll still have access to the videos. You just won't be able to ask the direct questions. But that's what I love about this. And it's a community. Yeah. If you know people that didn't qualify, you can get their question and ask it for them. But that's what I really love. Like if I had to summarize the live trainings of like, why do I really want to participate in it? It's like personal growth. You're going to feel stronger, more energized. You have more credibility. Like if you have questions and aren't feeling good, you can ask, and then you'll have that credibility to be like, nope, heard it from all the professionals and the experts. This is what happens. Visibility. I feel like, again, this sense of community, business growth, and then let's not forget about the gifts that
back to the prizes, right?
Yeah,
which,
the prizes.
I mean, are we holding out on the best prize of them all?
Ooh, are we holding that in our pockets, or are we letting that out? Well, I don't know.
So we talked about the weekly prizes, which those are going to be fantastic and definitely you're going to want to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Then the monthly, if you're taking part of making sure that you're using the app and leveraging the tools that you have. But then there's a grand prize that is going to be able to give somewhere in the vicinity, I believe, $1,500. Hopefully I'm not talking out of pocket here. But that grand prize, there is also an additional grand prize at the end of all of this as well for carrying through, being engaging, and making sure that you're leveraging to the best of your abilities.
And I save some surprises for the end.
And I think it really speaks to what you guys have been saying the whole time is there's really something for everyone to be able to take advantage of within this program. And not just within this program. I think that that's a theme that we really try and carry out throughout LifeVantage in general. And our consultants do an absolute fantastic job in keeping that culture and really making that happen. But if you had to, I'm going to ask both of you this, if you had to say one thing that you really hope that each person participating, whether it's just with the app, whether it's the live training calls or watching them afterwards, that they would walk away with at the end of this, what would it be?
I want to say just like an amazing experience. Like, again, everyone has goals, but it's like it's really easy to get off of it. So like I said, my word for myself this year is like simple. How do I make it simple and like make it accountable that it's anyone can do it? And so it's like it helped you reach whatever financial, health, emotional, physical, like whatever your goal is, it helps you get there because it was like so simple that anyone could follow it.
I love that. Yeah. What about you, Skylar?
It's going to be a tough one to follow. I think it doesn't get any better than simplifying things. And we talked a lot about the basics. So that is definitely, if I had a 1B, I would probably say that this pushes people to get active with their business. And it's going to be really crucial that everybody attends every single training. We talked about being the and company. And so for those people that just want to share with customers, I absolutely love you. And I think that that is absolutely fantastic. But it is important that you know the business aspect, because where that might work for you, you may have someone on your team that is interested in the business side of things, and you're going to want to be able to point them in the direction or give them the education that they need to be able to succeed and get what they want out of this business.
Absolutely.
And likewise from the business aspect, oh, well, this is just about lifestyle, and I know how much water I need to drink or whatever, but you may have.
Do you do it?
Yeah, do you do it? Exactly. And the answer is no. But absolutely the biggest thing is going to be making sure that you're positioning yourself the best way possible, that you never know who's going to come into your business and how you're going to need to service them. And when you put your team and your customers and your consultants first and their needs first, that's when you're going to yield all of the returns that you want out of this amazing opportunity. So just making sure that people go into action and that they attend everything to be informed and to have that bulletproof belief in our products in the lifestyle and also within the business aspect of things.
Absolutely. Well, Skylar and Wendy, thank you so much for being here and sharing all the things Activate 90. And I really put them on the spot. I did not tell them about all the things I was going to ask them. So thanks for being good sports and sharing all of your knowledge with us. And thanks for joining, and we will see you next week, Activation Nation.
See ya.
Bye. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of the Activation Nation podcast. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for future episodes and updates, and share with a friend or prospect that you think could benefit from today's conversation. Check the episode description for any links or disclaimers, and we'll see you next week for another episode. And now, the legal stuff. The sales earnings disclosed are potential gross earnings and do not account for expenses incurred in building a business. The average 12-month earnings of a typical U.S. consultant who earned in 2024 are $683. LifeVantage does not guarantee any income or rank success. A consultant's earnings will depend on individual diligence, work effort, and market conditions. Visit the LifeVantage Income Disclosure Statement for more information.